Yeah, as Jamila said, so I'm gonna be stepping down from the city, but at the same time, like I am still gonna be here throughout the transition, for until we backfill my position. So please do not hesitate to reach out with any questions. I am still able to help you all. I'm still here. I'm gonna be working closely with whoever fills my spot. I'll be working along with them too, so it's not like I'm going anywhere. It's a remote position, so I'm not moving either. So I'm still around, if anything comes up. But we are here for the wellness program, not me. Uh, and so we are looking at, ignore the doc, but we will talk about a bit about the doc as far as like, again, this is for people on the City of Dayton's insurance. And where you don't want to ignore it is they're all going to the same app now. So if you schedule appointments in the clinic, then that's going through Dayton's app. If you are doing the wellness program, that's also through the app. So you might see something a little bit different if you're not on the City of Dayton's insurance. It might look a little bit different for you. But just to kind of recap, like the wellness program, again, this year there's a little bit of difference. Last year we required the biometric screen and the annual exam for tier one. Uh, they were each 50 points. This year the annual exam is 100 points and $100 by itself. So that is the requirement for tier one. It is required to get anything for tier two. Um, Tier one, $100. You have to get that done to get tier two. Tier two, we are still doing the biometric screens. We will still be coming out to all of the locations. We will still be there for you. It's just not required. We just strongly encourage you to do those, and to get. It's a good chance to meet the doc staff. If you have an occupational injury and you're not on the insurance, you can still come over to us. So it's a great time to get to meet them and kind of know what kind of services we have available too. We have a health risk assessment questionnaire. You'll see that. It should not be near as long as it was if you did well rights. It's a different questionnaire. You can come to coaching with me or your own personal trainer, counselor. That if you're going through that and it's one-on-one sessions with me, again, if you have to be on the city insurance for those one-on-one sessions, but that'll automatically pull into your points from the portal. If your spouse gets an annual exam, that's going to be 20 points. Preventative screening, skin cancer screening, prostate exam, mammogram, dental exams, vision exams, those are all under one category this year. So we'll look at how you put those in, but some more options. So skin cancer screening wasn't in there before as an option, and that's going to count. Vaccinations, flu shot, pneumonia, Tdap, COVID, etc. Hep B, if you haven't had that already, those are all in the system as well. Wellness challenges, we have all of the wellness challenges we've been doing. Spring into Action, September. Our Maintain No Gain Challenge is now going to be called the Holiday Weight Maintenance Challenge. That's going to be in there as well. Different workshops, those you access through the portal. Marathon health webinars, we have those quarterly. So total of 4 of those, so it's up to 40 points possible. Any city sponsored activities. So we have the pool events, the Get Moving event, other events, they come up throughout the year, all of these lunch and learns, these are going to count for points, being here. Any chronic condition management programs, with me or with whoever is kind of coming up, but that's our weight management program going on right now. That is going to count for 25 points apiece. And it's more than one session, as a disclaimer, because I know that's tripped some people up. This is what we have for our activity checklist. I am working on an expanded version of this, just so you know. This is, again, tier 1's right here. Easy to miss, but it's right there for the annual exam. You have to have that to get anything for tier 2. The tier 2 is going to be down here as far as all of the biometric screens. Some of these will basically expand out or accordion out, however you want to think about that. So you'll select those topics to kind of expand on those. If you want, you can schedule an appointment by going to that QR code. This is our new scheduling line number. So just a big call out here. We had that 866-959 number. That is still going to work, but it's going to forward you to this. There will be another disclaimer here in a minute, but this 202 number is that number going forward. So 866-202. It'll still forward for a long time. We do not have a designated end date for when that 959 number will stop forwarding. But just kind of if you have it stored in your phone, updating it, just kind of getting used to see that number. If you call that 959 number, not the end of the world. It'll still work for a good while longer here. And then if you want to get started with the portal, you can use the website, or we do have the app, either one. So again, all employees, not just those on the City of Dayton insurance, are going to be able to use the my.marathon.health app. There's tracking features in addition to the wellness program. So we'll kind of go through that. You can schedule appointments, do video visits. You can message with the providers. You can message with me. That's all in there. When you log in, this is not going to show up when I go to log in because this has already happened. There are going to be some different notifications that pop up as far as just consenting to having health services. You scroll all the way down. So this is what it looks like when you scroll down. You have to consent to the health services. Notice of privacy practices. So this is kind of like your standard HIPAA information, what our responsibilities are, understanding HIPAA, making sure you understand HIPAA. So consenting to that. It is good for you to know this as well, but make sure you aren't consenting to things that you don't know. So if you have questions, please ask. But that information's on there. And then you will get into the actual portal system. And this is what it's going to look like at the home screen. So I think at this point, yep. At this point, I will open up our sign in. So when you go to sign in, you can register your account, fill out your information, and then register. If you're having any issues registering, again, please let me know. I can send you a registration link. You can also go back to that number that I think it's 242. I'm still getting used to the number. Minimize this for a second. This 202 number, you can call them. The change with our scheduling line now is more, it's member services to be more encompassing. So they actually are more familiar with the portal and can help you with a lot of portal questions as well. So going back, ignore all of my tabs. All right. Once you log in, it looks something like this. There are more than one way. There's more than one way to get to where you're trying to go. You can schedule an appointment going here. There's a lot of health center services here. You can get to a lot of those kind of similar kind of things there. Refill medication. If you are getting that 3-month refill, the providers are still going to want you to schedule that med refill appointment like you normally would. You can send a message to the provider. You can view your health records. This is a demo account, so it's not going to actually show any health records in here, but you can view your appointments, schedule and view appointments, previous appointments, look at our providers, look at our health services. Incentives you can get to from going here at this wellness program. Incentives, challenges, wellness logs. You can also get to it here. Real quick, I just want to show you wellness logs. These all go into our system so that the providers can go in and log in and see these as well, but you can actually log if you did a CrossFit activity, and it can be something you can log for your exercise. You can log your weight, you can log your steps, your sleep, your water. That is all in here. So you can put whatever you want, log that, just something if you want to use that. You don't have to. You can always click on the Marathon Health to get back home, this little logo up here. And then when you're going to the incentives, this trophy is going to show you how much you have left to do. Now, this is going to be the probably most important thing. If you've gotten to your 250 points here, but you still haven't done your annual exam, this will stop moving. You will stop earning those 250 points because you haven't done your annual exam. It's only going to let you earn 350 points, and 100 of those points have to come from that annual exam because that annual exam is required. You can still start earning those 250 points for Tier 2 before you have the annual exam done, but it has to be done to get all 350 points and the $350. That's still the same as it has been. You're just not going to see it on this progress bar until after you have completed that. This is going to show you how much time you've had. If you've done your annual exam, if you've done things before January, even at the dock, it should pull in for you. So if you look down here, I just clicked on that Tier 1 annual exam. If you scroll down, you can do it at the Marathon Health Provider. And then you can actually go and schedule an appointment from this tier with the provider. So if you click on that, it will let you say, hey, I want to schedule my annual exam. It's going to have to be an in-person visit, and you can search availability. And you can search for the next available date. And then going back to our incentives, we can go back here. Submit a reason, you can skip that. You can go back to our Tier 2 activities. So I did see a question come in. Will the old info from Everside be moved to Marathon? Yes, it is supposed to be moving forward. Some of those annual exams might come through as the labs might come through as a PDF. We're trying to see that. If you have any questions on that, or like want old labs or those kinds of things, just the staff should be able to print off those PDFs. The old messages through the portal, I don't know. I will have to get an answer on that one. But the old visits and everything that way should be moving forward just like it did. It just might be a bit of a different format, so it's a little different pulling it up. I will get an answer on the messages though and get back to you. So biometric screens, this can be with the Marathon Health Provider or an outside provider. Let me go back to annual exam real quick. With the annual exam, if you're doing your outside provider, there's a form. You can download the form here. Have your provider fill this out, sign off, fill out the information. You will just take a picture of this and upload the form, or you can select it from something on your computer. So in other words, like if you save it, you scan it and you save it to yourself, you can upload it from here. If you are having issues with this, we are able to, so we can do things on the backside. I'd ask that you try to do it and see if you're having troubles though, let me know. We can upload it on the back end for you, and make sure you're getting those points put in. So going back to all of our goals, we can go to the biometric screen. We will have those. You can do that with your Marathon Health Provider or an outside provider. It is the same exact form as the annual exam form, so you just upload that. You've already seen that, so I'm not going to pull up that form again, but health coaching visits, these are all self-reported as well. So you can do it with an outside provider. Just click record entry, the date, who it was with, and keep going. So condition management programs. So these are all of the ones with me. I actually will be keeping track of attendance and sending those in, so those get recorded. So you won't have to do anything with that. It just will be at the end of that program, or it might be every 6 months that you're getting that uploaded. So just be patient if those don't come through right away. Spouse annual exam, if you're doing it at the clinic, it should automatically pull through for you. So looking for spouses on the City of Dayton health plan. Preventative exams, mammogram, well woman exam, colorectal screen. Well woman would include like the pap smear, skin cancer screening, dental exams. You can self-report these. So like, again, just enter the date, dental exam, record entry, you'll get your points. Vaccinations, same thing. You can just select which one you did, the description of it, that you got your points. If you have any issues, again, please let us know. But if you have like that flu shot at the health center, it should automatically carry through. Just a reminder on all of these have to be completed from January to December 31st. So any flu shots, any like colon cancer screenings from last year, are not going to count for this year. It has to be done within this calendar year. Wellness challenges. This is going to be our Spring into Action September and weight maintenance challenge. So for these, you can actually record fitness activity. You can also link a device, and that might be easier to do through the app, but you can do it through this as well. I will show you how to link a device, but then you do need to, if you link your device, it's not going to backdate for you. So if you link your device today, it's not going to do February 1st through February 19th for you. You have to go and manually put those in. So just try to keep mindful of that. Spring into Action starts April 6th. So just kind of keep that in mind. But you can put your minutes in as well. So it should be pretty simple as far as that goes. Steps for September, it will pull from that, but it's just not going to backdate it. So if you are wanting to use that, just make sure you upload and sync every day. Weight maintenance challenge is going to be, you can go to the challenge. It is not up to date yet, just because it's not until like October. So you can enter your starting weight, ending weight, that kind of thing. Any questions so far? Again.
Looks like there's someone in the chat. Someone said, will our old info move from the Eversight app to the marathon
I did
app?
Answer that.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. Okay, I missed that. I apologize.
Yeah.
I was trying to help you out. Got it.
You're good. Marathon health well-being workshops. So these are workshops that we have in the portal. So you can actually go to these. So we have one on arthritis, osteoporosis, and sleep. These are kind of like those university courses we had. So if you go to our wellness workshops, you can see it is a 2-week course. You just do kind of follow along. You can hit start. Talks about what is arthritis, takes you to the NIH website. And then exercise safely. This is week 2. Once you do all of this and you complete it, you will get the points. So it's going to show you both ones. These are other workshops. So the ones with the trophies are the ones that are for points. If you want to do any of the other ones, you are more than welcome to. So tension headaches, nicotine and tobacco cessation, personal goal setting, metabolic syndrome. You can go to all available workshops. There's a lot more. The ones with the trophies are just, those are the ones we're giving points for this year. Well-being, quarterly webinars. So you should see we have our gut instincts webinar coming out in March. This is going to be talking about gut health and nutrition. We have mastering mental clarity coming out in Q2. Skin health and just kind of skin deep as far as just skin health and overall being preventing skin cancer and keeping your skin healthy overall. That's going to be coming out Q3, and then holiday and staying healthy around the holidays, and still kind of going along with our healthy holiday challenge, or formerly maintain no gain. Just what are some healthy habits that we can do to keep healthy over the holiday season, because that can be a challenging time for people for a whole slew of reasons. So city sponsored activities. So this includes everything from the pool events, the Get Moving events, health fair, Battle of the Businesses. That's coming up. If you have any questions about that, Sarah Lydia Keel is your girl. Feel free to reach out to her. Participation in that counts towards it. Any other events that come up, you all know we try to come up with some other things throughout the year. So if anything else comes up, you just select enter, record the entry, what the activity was, record it. And then our community events, these can be anything like the lunch and learns we're doing like today, run walk events. We are trying really hard to have a 5K this year. We are really trying hard to get the 5K going this year. But that could be another 5K if you do American Heart Association's 5K or African American Walk. Any of those are going to count for community event. If you're blood drive, if you're donating to a charity, if you're serving at church, serving in a food kitchen, serving somewhere serving the community, those are going to be options as well for points. Just again, select on it, record entry, what you did, record. Once this year's over, you will be able to see historical programs and what you did previously, and have all that data in there. These are all the resources that we have in here. So HealthWise is a library of health education. This is not going to count for extra points, but if you have a question about a condition you have, if you have a question about maybe you just got diagnosed with something, or you're trying to figure out like your hormones, this is a really good resource that we have available to you all. So you can click hormones and PCOS comes up, thyroid hormone tests, premenstrual syndrome, menopause. You can click hypothyroidism comes up a lot. What is it? What are the symptoms? What's the cause? All of the different things related to that and where to get more information. Really good resource and information that way. Wellness workshops we just looked at. That's those different courses we talked about. Find Help is what we used to call Community Care Connect. This is, again, free reduced cost resources. You just enter your zip code and it gives you a link to resources available in the area. So hopefully that looks familiar. The suicide and crisis hotline. So I don't know if you all know, just like we have 911 in case there is an injury or an emergency, we have now a mental health suicide and crisis lifeline, 988. So 988 is the number you would call if you are someone you know is in a crisis, in a mental health crisis. That's where you would go. But there's links to that as well, as far as just like the lifeline and information as far as their website and things like that. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is pretty clear. Any questions? And I think Jamila mentioned this at the beginning. You are able to register now. Yes, you are eligible for the Be Well Dayton incentive if you are not enrolled in the city's insurance. So again, this is the big difference this year is like everybody's going to have access to this portal because everybody's eligible for the wellness incentive. You might, if you do not have the city's insurance, you probably just won't see this top section here where it's saying schedule an appointment, refill medication, send a message, or view your health records. You might not see that just because you're not on the city's insurance plan.
Okay, so I'm trying to see where I messed up. So today I did a transfer from Code Credit Union for 13 right here.
Okay, I don't think that was for us. Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't think so either.
Sarah, real quickly, I because this is not we're not thinking about this right now. September, did we set up for the groups? I don't recall if they will allow us to do the group challenges for September.
I think they should have. I will double check.
Okay, thank you. That was the one thing as you were talking, I was like, oops, I don't remember talking about that when I got my demo.
And I know it's usually it kind of like opens up to start kind of diving into it a little bit more. Like I think it's about 2 weeks before the challenge starts. Oh, I need to go over connecting the device. Yeah,
you don't have to connect it, do you? Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure that wasn't a requirement. Okay.
You do not have to. You can self-report your steps. The connect the device might be through the. You can also view forms here. So this is your release of information, authorization for third-party communications, your physical form. So if you need to see any of those forms, that's there. The device, you can get to it from the app. I do not know if you're going to be able to necessarily connect. Oh, here it is. It's connect right here. My goodness. Yeah, you can connect your device by going to that link over there. So if you have a Fitbit or Garmin or a Strava, Those are the 3 that are supported by the app. Sorry, Apple is not on there. And then I will say, quick disclaimer, if you need help, if you are very and detail oriented here, you probably will notice that there is a different number. If you go to, here, let me log out. This is a different number than what's at the bottom of the handout that we are sending out for all of this information. This is the 202 number. This one's 434. You will get to the same exact location. It is the same, it'll go to the same spot. That 202 number is going to be that number going forward. So make sure you save that 866-202. This is on here. You will still get to the same place. It is going to probably change to that 202 number at some point. But just disclaimer there. They will get you to the same place.
Any other questions? You may unmute yourself or actually put it in the chat box. This is the time to ask.
Sarah, I'm trying to log in. I don't have to put my social security number in here, do I?
You should not.
Okay.
I do not think.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
If you
Now, I
have
did confirm
issues,
you do not have to have
yeah.
it for your login when I did mine. But
Okay.
please note, you guys, if you do if you actually download the app, I believe that is required. Sarah, tell me if I'm wrong on that end, on the app only.
Oh, yeah, you should be fine.
Okay,
Regardless,
okay.
like, yeah, if you're having any issues, just let me know.
Any other questions?
Oh, reading is fundamental.
Jamila, I do. Sorry. I know that you told me that we couldn't start adding points until March 3rd. Is there a way for me to, I'm not sure where to find this to sign in at.
On the ZZ email that went out, there is the actual link. It's my.marathon.health. If not, I can send it to you by email as soon as we're done.
If you don't mind doing that, that would be awesome. I
Oh, give me
appreciate
a
it.
second. I'll just put it in the chat box.
Here, I got
Okay.
it.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
put it in the chat right now.
Thank you,
Did not
Sarah.
go- There it goes. Yep. My.marathon.health. You can register. If you are having issues, please let me know. I can send you an email
Where'd it
directly
go?
to your email address.
It just left, so I guess I need it. If you can send it back to me, the chat thing
Okay.
is gone.
Stephanie, I'll send it to you afterwards.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
Bye.
Does anyone else have any questions? And I realize I'm not on camera again. I apologize. This is the time to ask, Sarah. I'm glad she's still gonna be with us at least one day a week, but please note that her time is winding down. Oh no, actually, just to give you a heads up, Franklin, I found out Monday. Sarah gave me great news. She said, "Guess what? We can log into the portal." I said, "Are you kidding me?" Because they told us we couldn't. So until the 3rd. So I'm super excited that we were able to access this a lot earlier. So yes, you can log in now. There have been a few people with glitches. Of course, they've ended up calling portal support, or Sarah has, like she said, did something on the back end to make sure that you guys can sign up. Okay, going once. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Sarah. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was going to say, please don't forget, we do have our Be Well Dayton Facebook page, but also that YouTube page. That YouTube page is where I'm going to be posting the recording for this, as well as like any other lunch and learns that come up. But if you are getting stuck and you call me and I'm not available at that very moment and you need something, you can backtrack to this website too, for the YouTube page. And please call me. I'm not I am going somewhere, but I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, last opportunity, you guys. Anybody in the chat box? I don't see it saying typing, so I wanted to make sure that we gave everybody an opportunity. I appreciate everybody's time. She actually winded that up in 30 minutes. Me explaining to our employees, it takes me about an hour and a half because I just started on Tuesday, actually with my portal. So please note that it does sometimes say it takes 2 to 3 days. It took about 3.5 hours before I got access. So when you're done actually signing up, it just says, please give us 2 or 3 days for Marathon. But it took about 3.5 hours before I was able to access my portal. Okay. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody go. You have actually 28 minutes left on your day, and I really appreciate your time. Stay tuned for our March 3rd. Oh no, that was the launch. We have our in-person session coming up with Code Credit Union. They will provide coffee and snacks. We also have our When Love Speaks is coming up in March 12th. Stay tuned to the wellness calendar for your actual events. And then of course we just added, like I said, just today, Aetna is doing a presentation on not only what Aetna does, but they have some extra perks that you might not know about. So they're actually going to be doing that in April. So stay tuned to your wellness calendar. I hope to have something sent out at the beginning of next month so you can make your plans accordingly. Thank you guys for your time, and I do appreciate you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Give us about 2 weeks
Thank you.
for us to upload those new points. Okay. Or actually, this is self-reported now, right?
A lot of stuff self-reported. If it's an annual exam at Marathon, give us a couple weeks. It should
Okay.
get pulled in if you had it before February 11th.
Okay. So I forgot, Lunch and Learns now are self-reported. You do not have to go through me. You don't have to wait for anything. So after you get logged on, and forgive me, Sarah, I don't know all the categories. Is it city-sponsored events that we have for?
I think this is under community events.
Community events. So click under
Community
community events for the people that went last time, a couple weeks ago for the other session. Put that date in, save it, come back out of it, go back into the community events number 2, and then put the one for this session in there. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and do that. I was going to send her an attendance list, but I keep forgetting we now self-report Lunch and Learn, so you can start getting your points in on that. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good day.